Hello space enthusiasts and welcome back to our channel. Today we're retaking a cosmic journey to one of the most stunning and iconic objects in our solar system, the magnificent planet Saturn. Get ready to have your mind blown by the sixth planet from the Sun and the second largest in our cosmic neighborhood. First things first, let's talk about those rings. When you think of Saturn, you think of its spectacular ring system. They're not solid, but are actually made up of billions of particles of ice, rock, and dust, ranging in size from tiny grains of sand to massive chunks as big as a house. These rings are incredibly thin, relatively speaking. While they stretch out for thousands upon thousands of kilometers, their main thickness is only about 10 meters. Imagine a sheet of paper the size of a city block, the kind of scale we're talking about. The rings are divided into several main groups, named with letters of the alphabet in the order they were discovered. The most prominent ones are the A and B rings, separated by the Cassini division, a gap that's almost as wide as the planet Mercury. The origin of these rings is still a topic of hot debate among scientists. Some believe they are the remnants of a shattered moon, a comet, or an asteroid that got too close to Saturn and was ripped apart by its powerful gravity. Others theorize they could be leftover material from the formation of the solar system itself. Whatever their origin, they make Saturn the undisputed jewel of the solar system. Now, let's move past the rings and look at the planet itself. Saturn is a gas giant, meaning it doesn't have a solid surface like Earth. If you tried to land on Saturn, you'd just sink deeper and deeper into its atmosphere. It's primarily composed of hydrogen and helium, the same basic ingredients that make up the Sun. Its sheer size is staggering. You could fit about 764 Earths inside of Saturn. Despite its enormous volume, it's the least dense planet in our solar system. In fact, its density is less than that of water. So, if you could find a bathtub big enough, Saturn would actually float. The weather on Saturn is extreme, to say the least. The planet spins incredibly fast, completing one rotation in just over 10.5 hours. This rapid spin causes the planet to bulge at the equator and flatten at the poles, and it also drives some of the fastest winds in the solar system. Near the equator, winds can reach speeds of up to 1,800 kilometers per hour. That's more than 4 times faster than the strongest hurricane winds ever recorded on Earth. Saturn also has massive storms. One of the most famous is the Great White Spot, a colossal storm that appears in Saturn's northern hemisphere roughly every 30 years, around the time of its summer solstice. These storms are so huge they can be seen from Earth with telescopes. Deep inside Saturn's atmosphere, the pressure and temperature are so intense that hydrogen gas is squeezed into a liquid. Even deeper, the pressure becomes so great that the liquid hydrogen becomes metallic. This layer of metallic hydrogen is what generates Saturn's powerful magnetic field. It's about 578 times more powerful than Earth's, though still weaker than Jupiter's. This magnetic field creates a vast magnetosphere that traps particles from the solar wind, leading to beautiful auroras at its poles, similar to the northern and southern lights on Earth. But Saturn isn't alone on its journey around the Sun. It's the king of a massive system of moons. As of our latest count, Saturn has over 140 confirmed moons, each a unique world in its own right. They range from tiny moonlets embedded within the rings to giants that are larger than the planet Mercury. Let's talk about a few of the most fascinating ones. First up, Titan. Titan is Saturn's largest moon and the second largest in the entire solar system. What makes Titan so special is that it's the only moon with a thick, dense atmosphere. Its atmosphere is even thicker than Earth's and is mostly nitrogen, with a bit of methane. The surface of Titan is a bizarre, frigid landscape with lakes, rivers, and seas. But these aren't filled with water. They're filled with liquid methane and ethane. The Cassini spacecraft even dropped a probe called Huygens onto Titan's surface, giving us our first and only look at this incredible world up close. It revealed a terrain that looked eerily like Earth, with river channels and shorelines carved by liquid methane. Then there's Enceladus. This moon might look like a small, icy snowball, but it's hiding a massive secret beneath its frozen crust, a global liquid water ocean. How do we know? The Cassini spacecraft flew through plumes of water vapor and ice particles erupting from giant geysers, called tiger stripes, near Enceladus's south pole. Analysis of these plumes revealed that the water is salty and contains organic molecules, the building blocks of life. This makes Enceladus one of the most promising places in our solar system to search for extraterrestrial life. The presence of a liquid ocean, a source of energy, and the right chemical ingredients ticks all the boxes for potential habitability. We also have Mimas, which is famous for its massive impact crater. Herschel, this crater is so large that it makes the moon look uncannily like the Death Star from Star Wars. There's also Iapetus, the two-faced moon, with one hemisphere as bright as snow and the other as dark as coal. And Hyperion, a strange, sponge-like moon with a chaotic, tumbling rotation. Each of Saturn's moons tells a different story and adds another layer of complexity and wonder to this incredible planetary system. Humanity's fascination with Saturn goes way back. It's one of the 5 planets visible to the naked eye, so ancient civilizations knew about it. But it was Galileo Galilei who first observed its rings in 1610, though his early telescope made them look like ears or handles on the side of the planet. It was until Christian Huygens used a more powerful telescope in 1655 that he correctly identified them as a disk surrounding the planet. Our modern understanding of Saturn has been shaped by a series of robotic explorers. Pioneer 11 was the first spacecraft to fly by in 1979, followed by Voyager 1 and Voyager 2 in the early 1980s. These missions gave us our first close-up images and a wealth of data. But the star of Saturn exploration has undoubtedly been the Cassini-Huygens mission. Launched in 1997, it arrived at Saturn in 2004 and spent 13 glorious years orbiting the planet, studying its rings, its atmosphere, and its incredible family of moons in unprecedented detail. Cassini completely rewrote the textbooks on the Saturnian system, discovering new rings, new moons, and revealing the potential for life on Enceladus in 2017 to protect moons like Titan and Enceladus from any potential contamination. The mission ended with a dramatic final plunge into Saturn's atmosphere, sending back data until the very end. So what's next for Saturn? Scientists are dreaming up new missions. Ideas include a dragonfly-like drone to fly through Titan's atmosphere and land on its surface, or a probe designed to fly directly through the plumes of Enceladus to search for signs of life. The secrets that Saturn still holds are vast, from the exact age and origin of its rings to the mysteries lurking in the oceans of its moons. Saturn is more than just a beautiful sight in our telescopes. It's a dynamic, complex world, a miniature solar system with a story that's still unfolding. It reminds us of the incredible diversity and wonder that exists just in our own cosmic backyard. It challenges our understanding of how planets and moons form and evolve, and it offers tantalizing hints that we may not be alone in the universe. Thank you so much for joining me on this tour of the incredible ringed planet. I hope you've enjoyed it and learnt something new. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you won't miss our next cosmic adventure. Let me know in the comments which of Saturn's moons fascinates you the most. Until next time, keep looking up.